today, wherever you'll be watching from. This is EIE, and today we have a very interesting um, topic we want to talk into. And I think this has been a major concern for so many Nigerians, and they are trying to want to know why situation of things we go opposite way, because all we were looking for is the truth regarding the topic we're discussing now, the VDM and the Falana's family. And we all on social media, we saw the tape that the very dark man played and talked about Bobrisky and the alleged prison that he went to. And along the line, there's some government service officials were involved, and the House of National Assembly called VDM. And now we're beginning to see things not going the direction which I believe most Nigerians will be curious about, because curiosity is making me to wonder why it has to be this way. So recently there is uh, um, uh, how will I say it? The court is asking the very dark man to bring down the video. I think they've already went to court. It's now a charge that he should pay $500 million, 500 million naira. Sorry, I lived in a country where we use dollars. 500 million naira, and also he should bring down the video where he talked about the Falanas. So, and there are some things which I believe today is why I decided to call a friend of mine to join me uh, on the space of the social media, so we could talk about this whole situation. If you think VDM should be asked to pay such amount for defamation of character, and also bring down the video, because I could still remember he said something. He said, if me allegedly, so in a pidgin English language. So my saying now is, do what the Falanas are doing to VDM, are they trying to divert justice? Because this is what I think it is. Because now we've not even seen the godfather that stopped Bobrisky from going into the original correctional center than sending him into a private home where he spent the months he stayed. Right, currently someone that is being charged for the crime the EFCC levied on him, and some other things that the video revealed was the situation where the EFCC dropped some charges that were supposed to be leveled on Bobrisky. And I could still hear the court saying that they should not talk about this issue on social media space. Listen, there are something we grow up to understand. The things that I think we grow up to understand is the media space that we have in the time past has not given Nigeria to practice what we truly practice, which is democracy. Democracy is freedom of speech in the society. When you belong to a society and you see things are not working directly or indirectly the way it should be, because what matters in the society is for the people. Whatever we're doing, we shouldn't put ourselves first. We have to consider what we're doing if it is beneficiary to the public space. So with all this being said, I have a very learned colleague of mine that want to also speak on this issue, Mr. Magnus Oraka. I think he just went off. And I know a lot of Nigerians are curious about this situation. And then we'll be waiting for Mr. Oraka to come and give me his own opinion or what he's thinking. Because to me, I think all this attention the Falanas are trying to seek in this situation will not make justice, will not make Nigerians to get justice, because Right now, we're talking about someone that is being charged. I was even waiting for a period of time where the justice of the court that's charged Bobrisky for the crime he committed to come out and speak. But up to this time, we've not seen Justice Owogbaru to come out to say yes, these charges, this that caused this whole situation. Um, I am the one that deliberated on this issue. Nobody has come out to speak about things that I should have been done and wasn't done properly. I will allow Mr. Magnus Oraka to give me his own opinion or what he thinks if the amount the court are asking very dark man to pay, if it is right, if the whole situation happening around the media spaces. Let's talk about the situation and let me hear your own opinion, sir.
Okay. First, let me ask, is it also
You can hear
echoing
me
that side?
properly? Hold on.
Is voice echoing on your side?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Is he okay now?
It's echoing. No. But can you hear
I
me?
can hear you loud and clear.
And continue.
You can go, you can take the floor, sir.
Okay. Now, to the excitement, let's get the road. The truth is, at the beginning, let me see here. Okay. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. At the beginning, this whole thing was more like a social media buzz. VDM trying to coerce somebody to pay a debt that Bobrisky want to dodge off. Not like, okay, let me just continue. Okay. Eventually the thing led to VDM posting the audio in question. Now I don't think VDM expected that the audio was going to be this much controversial. I don't think he. Okay. Now it's out. At first, Bobrisky felt he could actually play it. It's AI and this thing is just going to die off. Matter is not going to die off. Matter is not going to die off. That you don't even need an AI to verify whether that thing is genuine or not. That's genuine. Let's cross that level. So right now, the Falana himself, the senior advocate of nonsense, is the one that is making this case becoming this popular. If he had remained silent, nobody would have even heard anything about this thing. But he chose to wade in himself to the level of. So what I think, because VDM made a video today, said that they have a case on Monday in which the House of Reps invited Bobrisky and himself and EFCC. I think, in all honesty, Falana is just trying very hard to save a son, not savable. Because there are so many angles to this case that suggest Fals, which is the son of Falana, has cases to answer, has questions to answer about his relationship with Bobrisky.
But you remember
So
there was a
let me
defense
stop for
statement.
now and hear more
Yeah,
questions.
you remember there was a statement that came out on their bulletin stating Bobrisky called fast actually to help him contact his dad regarding taking his name out of the whole system. So I really don't know why you think.
Sorry, ask the question again. I didn't get that the first time.
Yeah, there was a publication that went on viral where Fast said actually Bobrisky called to, I think, actually want to lend money from him. I think about 10. You didn't get that you didn't get that news? You can't hear me?
Okay, Azi, I can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. There was a circulation, there was a publication where, yeah, where Fast said actually Bobrisky called him asking for help for 10, I think about 10 million naira. So I even watched a tape where VDM was talking about someone that was supposed to be sent to a correctional center. He actually has visited the prison. He was not given access to phone. He was not given access to any of those gadgets to be able to communicate with people outside the world. So how come someone that is in the correctional center has a phone to communicate with Fast? Because I think in our next interview, I'm going to go be searching for getting all those facts, because there are some issues that should not be swept under this very particular issues that are trending. Because I think if Nigeria as a country is practicing democracy, things of situation like this should not be easily forgotten or easily be swept under the carpet. Because according to the law of Nigeria, because I was shocked when I saw, I don't know where that man came from. He was being interviewed in Arise TV, and even the one they called in the National House of Assembly to come attest, I think it's from the prison. He said when they discovered Bobrisky has some futures, and they decided to give him a special apartment. And this is the same constitution that kicked against some certain ways where a man should not do this and a woman should not do this, and it is against the law. So, and at the court, before the final judgment from Justice Owogbaru, she said everything the test has been conducted, and they discovered that the futures of a male is actually completed in Idris Okuneye, like we know as Bobrisky. So the statement which that video, that tape, the statement that came out from that tape, there are traces of truth, element of truth in that tape. But my question is, you saying the father is trying to want to save the son and all of that. The father's name was also mentioned in the situation we're talking about. So is the father saving the son, or is he saving himself and the son? Because it's quite technical, because if they should not allow VDM to pursue the two major characters, because the Falanos has no problem to me in this particular thing. Yes, you are a lawyer. Yes, a lawyer can pick up any case. A lawyer can decide to defend a criminal, which is not a problem, which I see as your legal way of living life. So if you decided to say, oh, you have a criminal case, I want to help you in this way, and this is the amount I'm charging, and your name is involved in such a tape, it's someone is contacting you for what they know you of. Like I know the Falanas, they've been able to represent people, high people like even Fela and Nicola Kuti. He was the lawyer. So I see no reason why they should want to use their pressure to want us to forget about the EFCC and the Correctional Center and the godfather of this whole situation, because there are three key people that are involved in this crime, because this is a crime. Someone that was supposed to be sent to the prison was not sent to the prison, and someone that was supposed not to be who he said he is now who they said he is. Because there are some videos that I did back then. I was talking about someone seen and they know where Bobrisky did all those female futures, and they said, no, he's still a man. He's not a man anymore. If you want to pass this into bill, let's do things legally. Let's go for a referendum. Let's get the voice of the people and say, listen, are we going to do this? Are we going to pass this into law? Because that is what I know democracy is. That is what we are just looking forward to, some avenue where we can introduce some good platform into the system of Nigeria that would enable the youth to understand, because a lot of things are missing in our political system. That is why we are still in this particular place where we are now. Mr. Oraka keep going off and on. I think it might be network from his side. And this is it. There are some vital issues that some high influential people are not willing to want justice to prevail. If the Falanas are pressing VDM, then they are making the guy feel very reluctant in a very particular and peculiar issue as this. This is very particular and peculiar, and we should not allow this to be seen as an ordinary issue. We are using this, I'm using this avenue to also want to plead with the Falanas to back off this particular issue. You were doing your job, they called you for a job. You can decided to want to defend Bobrisky. You know? So my question, Mr. Oraka, sorry, I have to go into details because I like analyzing things, because we lived in a country where things are working. And when you've lived in a country where things are working and you understand how laws and authorities are being applied to the society, you know that there are some people that are, because of their high personality, because I was looking at Arise TV, I was watching at Oseni that used to be a man of character. All of them, they were all speaking what is not supposed to be the truth. Because in what VDM said, I didn't see any deformation of character in that statement. We will play that video again. He said, if what I am thinking is true, what I am thinking means allegedly. If what I am thinking is not saying it is true. He said, if what I am thinking is true, because this issue, I choose not to talk about it for a very long time, but I know it is a very, very delicate and a very sensitive one. That is why I took my time, I did my analysis. Here I am, representing this issue to let the Falanas understand that this is not a case between them and VDM. It is against the person that was supposed to be sent to the prison, that didn't go to the prison, that went as far as to be vindicated to another home to spend his jail term. Is what we're talking about. This is justice. Where we have people like Nnamdi Kalu still rotting in jail after court has granted him bail. Justice needs to be served, no matter how it is. If it is an ordinary man that committed this crime, he will go in for it. Even the VDM we're talking about has been arrested. A number of celebrities has been arrested in Nigeria, and they went in and they came out. So why does this look different? Mr. Oraka, please take the floor. I don't know if you are still there. Mr. Oraka, are you still there? Hello? So this is what we're talking about. We have to understand that there are things we should be doing to better our society. Better our society in the sense that let what is served for the common man be served for the people in authority. Because if the laws only apply to the poor and not for everybody, then we're not doing the right thing. We're not serving the people that we're supposed to be serving. We're calling the chairman of the prison and the correctional center, and I'm so glad that the House of Assembly are doing everything within their power to ensure that justice is served. And we are using this video also because when I keep talking about some things, it gets me agitated, it gets me angry when I see FAS has done a good job. And please, if your name was mentioned, if he not say you dey do am, it's not say you dey do am, he say if it is true. If it is true, please, we are asking you to kindly allow VDM, make una allow VDM, make your family allow VDM breathe. The pressure on VDM from your family, even if still they call your father uncle Falana, make una let that guy breathe. That guy have done you guys nothing, man. Nothing. He has done you guys nothing. He said if. When you meet somebody, drag somebody, now Dalitin dragging to Bona Boy, they call dragging. That one drag Bona Boy. He will call his name, he talk, now those one be dragging. They not drag you. He said if. And Bobrisky is let loose now. The system of Nigerian government has given him a priority to flaunt his arranged backside, giving opportunity to front his front side arranged, everything. Man, if we want to do things, let's do it the right way. If Nigeria want to pass it into be, let them. A lot of them are hiding. A lot of them, they are hiding. A lot of them are hiding. A lot of them. How many of them will you want to talk about? They are hiding. They're really hiding. If Nigeria want to pass this into bill, let them pass it into bill. Let them give them liberty. Let them give them permission to do whatever they want to do. After all, this life, whatever you live, now you live on. Not be person help you live on. Your salvation, now you personally deal with. You not get to give account to any man how you live your life. Now God, you gotta give account to. But at times it's good make we do things the right way. It has been our culture for a very long time. But if we say we want to throw away the culture, you know what I mean? A lot of cultures have been abolished. That's been abolished. I go use Benin where I come from as a case study. Therefore, Benin, not Benin place, backyard your past, so you know see juju now. But not there again. Christ has taken over. Now, so it just be. If there are some things that, but let it be done in the right, proper way. If they want to pass this thing into law, when they pass them into law, they pass them into law, then those of them where they had before will come out. But we don't know how our society will come be again. But the truth of the matter, the people that are involved, the EFCC chairman, the anonymous godfather that we don't know, and the chairman of the prison correctional center, these three persons, the Nigerians want to know what really transpired. What really transpired that Bobrisky that is supposed to go for 6 months now went to serve his J term in an apartment. So it's so transparent. If they have to revisit, open the case again, let them reopen the case again. But all I'm just saying, let the Falanas, let them leave VDM alone so that VDM will have time to stand for justice. Because these people, they say they are serving the nation, they are not doing anything. The first problem Nigeria is having now is if we can make a referendum that will take INEC chairman. INEC chairman should not be there. INEC chairman has done so many damages on our electoral system, and it is bringing a big shaking. And if it is not stopped, it will bring more shaking to the state. My next episode I'll be talking about three major people. We know all of these things, the way you people come around and tell us we are practicing democracy, and at the end we are not doing anything to help this system. Look at Nigerians are suffering. Nigerians are suffering. Every day you go on your DM, you see people keep asking you for money. I bet Femi 10K there, Femi 20K there. You know, if the system is working, why will it be like that? We don't say there's no hardship everywhere, but when in Nigeria, when it comes to Nigeria, man, the government have done nothing. They have done nothing. So we are using this video to plead with the Falanas to kindly temper justice with mercy and drop every charges they've levied on our brother VDM. Are you there, Mr. Oraka? Are you there, Mr. Oraka?
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm
I
here.
can hear
Can
you,
you hear me
sir.
now?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Yeah, it has stopped echoing. Thank God.
So I don't know, because if you have something to want to contribute to this situation on ground, because to me, what I believe the Falanas should temper justice with mercy and understand that, like, if even they think, because it still beat my imagination. VDM is still calling the father uncle. You know, because if they keep putting pressure on this guy, the truth will not come out.
Yeah, the truth here is this. Sorry for the communication gap. I think it's a situation of network. But I overheard you trying to bring leave democracy. This one not be democracy matter. This started as a mere social media content, and it spiraled into what it is today. That the Falana's name were mentioned by Bobrisky in an. Now, the Falana, the son, the senior advocate, had been silent all this while, and I thought, in all honesty, that he would be silent. But for some reason, he has put himself. It is more now like a case between VDM and Falana, which to me is a huge disgrace. Because at my age, if I was Fal's age, I wouldn't allow my father to be rubbishing himself. Right now, the real person that is rubbishing the supposed Falana's name or integrity is Falana himself. VDM is not the one rubbishing the name. Falana has reduced himself to the same level with VDM. But even if we have to take the case from its simplistic nature, even though we are not privileged to be legal, we are not privileged to have legal knowledge of what is happening. Common sense will tell you that first and foremost, that tape is real. Common sense will tell you that there is a relationship between Falz and Bobrisky. Now, we can't tell if that relationship is sexual in nature, but we know that there is a relationship. And we can tell that there was a conversation or a communication between Bobrisky and Falana. The details of their communication in that phone conversation, we don't know. But one other thing that is also escaping the spectators is the fact that Bobrisky is a Yoruba man, Falz is a Yoruba man, Salana is a Yoruba man. The court where they take this thing to is a Yoruba court. The judge is a Yoruba man. And some recalcitrants are beginning to impute tribalism into this thing, forgetting that this is Nigeria we are talking about. This is a country without a functioning system. Let Falana and Bobrisky and VDM not use this scandal to stamp it in us how much Nigeria has truly deteriorated. Because the revolution that Nigerian youths have been shying away from, I foresee that this might be the catalyst
that will project that revolution to come. Now, I fail to see why Falana is taking this thing as if it's a do or die thing. If he had remained silent, trust me, Nigerians, this thing would have, other events would have taken over this thing. I would have forgotten about it, because Nigerians have a short memory. We are very good at forgetting things. The only people that have, given life to this scandal is the Falanas themselves. Otherwise, by now, we don't forget about them. They talk about maybe the Nigerian team that the Libyan Football Federation suffered in Libya. Maybe we would have been talking about the war between Israel and Iran. There are many, many issues to talk about, but Falana himself have decided to sustain this scandal, since this is what they want, because either way, it is the Falanas that will lose. If they jail VDM, it's Falana that will lose. If VDM pays the money, it's Falana that will lose. Left or right, up or down, Falana will lose. But he still wants to go. Trust me, I've learned a lot on this whole scandal. And I don't want to reduce my commentary to suggest that a certain tribe in this country are the problem of this country. But you do know the innuendo I'm trying to pass on. To be very frank, I am not happy with the Falanas. The Falana himself, the senior advocate of Nigeria, has been a very huge disgrace. For him to have stooped so low in the quest or in the guise of trying to save a family name. After all, there is nothing. You have not won a case. You've not won a case between you and Fela. You've not won a case between you and the young man that was unalived in one secondary school. You virtually not have any legal conquest. So what is the legacy exactly you are trying to hide? So for me, he has just succeeded in raising VDM's profile to an all-time high. Right now on social media, VDM is the highest, is the most known person you can talk about on social media. Why? Because one senior advocate of Nigeria refused this matter to die. Now, the highlight of this scandal will come up because if Bobrisky shows up in the House of Reps, trust me, a lot of drama will come up.
Yes, the drama.
Bobrisky, we're going to.
The drama should come up because the same court came out and told us that Bobrisky, everything about him is a mere future. So they let him appear before the House of Assembly, National House of Assembly, and let them assess him again and see if really what the court said then and what they are seeing now, if it's the same match. Because I don't know what is going on. Because if the Falanas are still showing themselves in this case, it's quite giving me a concern. Is there something they are hiding? They know? Is there something that really they've been hiding for a very long time?
Obviously, they are hiding something. Can we open the phone lines now so that at least the next 20 minutes
please,
or so,
if you're watching this live and you want to give us a call on this program, you can call and make your contribution. The number to call is right on the screen. Is +1 289 231 2473. The line is open. It's a WhatsApp call. You can call us on WhatsApp right now, so you can make your contribution or what you think. Do you think VDM is being persecuted by the Falanas justly, or do you think the Falanas should have a restraint in their pulling to ask VDM to pay a defamation charges fund for 500 million naira and also bring down the tape of that video? Because if that tape goes down, that means every investigation concerning that tape has gone down. That they're making the general public to lose interest. And you can call with the number you can see on the screen as we keep deliberating on this issue and also talking about our democratic system of government. Because the federal election and the election that took place in Edo State, I haven't had time to really also talk about that election, because there are some things that are playing in the surface of our political arena, and then I think it is our time we start looking into it so that we prepare for a time ahead, because 2027 is right around the corner. Like we know, it's almost going to 2 years now. So our electoral system has played a huge backwardness on the increase and the stability of Nigeria. So the line is open. Please call and let's talk about the topic at hand. The VDM and the Falanas are the major topic we are trying to discuss. Tell us if it is right. You think the Falanas asking VDM to pay this money, this huge amount of money? If you think it is right, if you think it's not right, just call us on the WhatsApp number +1.
First and foremost, let me just talk on the before the phone starts coming in. Yeah, before the phone starts coming, let me talk about what Falana is doing. I think Falana is just an old man that is lost in the old way of doing things, that is yet to be connected with the realities of modernity. This is the internet age. I think 100 million. I think Falana, being a senior advocate of Nigeria, is trying to use his legal might to coerce the judiciary to scare VDM going further. Obviously, while he was busy dancing, thinking he was dancing in the secret, he doesn't know that a lot of us are seeing the nakedness in him. This is a desperate father trying to cover up the excesses of a recalcitrant son. That's just it. So all this legal, bring 500 million, bring this, bring that, it's just an old man trying to save his son. Because that is, don't forget, Falz is the only son that he has. He has 3 children, 2 ladies and a son. And the only son, which is the heir apple, is involved in this scandal. So I can understand where he's coming from. I can understand what he would have allowed this thing would have, if he had remained silent.
You see, there is a lot of
people allow VDM to rot.
There's a lot that it is even the Falana, the lawyer, this senior advocate that is representing Wumi, which is on that Mohbad case. I don't know if you follow up with that case, because I think there is a lot of bass that has gone down in some issues that are making some persons don't feel very comfortable in their position. I'm telling you, because the last video VDM did before this issue came up was a video where he was talking about Iyabo Ojo, and Iyabo Ojo did not respond to that video, and VDM did not make another video about that. And there are a lot of things that I think there are more to this situation. You understand? There are more to this issue. But I'm so happy that the House of Assembly are looking deeply into it. Because where I think this whole thing is going to land, because of the high personality. Mr. Oraka, I'm telling you, people that are involved in this thing. And they are not only involved in this thing, they are involving in I'm not going to talk.
Okay, I want to make a summarization on all this thing. We cannot talk about this Bobrisky's issue without talking about the bigger picture. And what is the bigger picture? The bigger picture is that there is a community that has some very, very evil members that want to change the laws of nature, that want to change the laws that God gave to govern this world. And part of the ways they want to change this law is by introducing all these vaccine, all these organic food, and then the other one is this homosexuality. Now, and the idea is to reduce the population. When you take this organic food, it slows down your fertility rates. And then homosexuality is to make men to become weary of the functionality of their penises. So that woman, you don't get that, instead you get attracted to another man. And a fusion between a man and a man cannot lead to the production of children. A fusion between a woman and a woman cannot lead to the production of children. So that way, the objective of reducing the achieved. Now, most African leaders are rejecting the suggestion of homosexuality. So how can they bypass the laws of our leaders? The only way they can do that is to get this agent. Now, look at Bobrisky. Became somebody by simply appearing as a woman. And at this point, he is driving cars of 240 million, living in mansions of 600 million, wearing rings of 4 million, displaying money. Have you noticed that each time you go to page, is money, holding stacks of money? This idea is to encourage other boys to admire his lifestyle with a view to encouraging them to be like him. So this is a deliberate effort to get our youths into accepting homosexuality. And a lot of monies are being pumped in from outside to sustain him to remain this. The powers behind Bobrisky are not just only national, it is also international. This idea of money laundering that you heard was involved in Bobrisky's case are monies, I suspect, allegedly, I suspect they are monies, donor sponsors of his lifestyle from abroad, which the EFCC stumbled upon. And I think that dropping this case from an international organization, Bobrisky, as it is the most celebrated homosexual in Africa. So the man is occupying pivotal role in Africa that will play a psychological influence on most youths in Nigeria. So it's very, very important we don't escape that. I'll be shocked if Bobrisky does not appear on Monday at the House of Rep. I'll be very shocked. If Bobrisky does not appear, that means yes, the powers that be are very, very strong. And the youths must encourage VDM not to say a if Bobrisky.
I wanted to even say that.
I think I'll make a video about that tomorrow. If Bobrisky does not appear and VDM starts yapping, this thing, look at the evidence, I will say, look, so long as Bobrisky is not there, VDM should remind the House of Reps that while people are seated here, somebody who is Bobrisky not to honor the invitation of the House of Reps. They say if they work out for road, for village, small pikin come out from bush, come they challenge you, say, I go slap you. Make you know, say, nobody pikin want slap you. The real person want slap you, they hide inside bush. So that is what is happening. The people that are backing Bobrisky are so strong to the point that, you know, initially when this thing came up, Bobrisky was fidgeting, was scared. But as soon as his co-sponsors have assured him, if you notice his videos, he is now like rejuvenated. He's no longer scared. So I think itself is a pity. Nigeria is gone.
Well, to me,
Nigeria
I
is
think
gone. So in the absence of any phone calls, this is where I think we have spent. I will beg that you excuse me if it's okay.
yeah. Thank you so
If it's
much.
okay, or we spend another 5 minutes.
All right. Thank you so much for joining, Mr. Raka. And just a quick one before I wrap it up. I think there will be no punishment for Idris Okuneye to what I'm thinking. I think the time has come because the people that are involved, I'm telling you, there are a lot of people that are doing what Bobrisky because there are people patronizing him. So I think the time has really come for Nigeria to really want to pass this because that is why the issue was channeled to the National House of Assembly. Because if you check the whole situation, it's not the House of Assembly that should have been calling these guys
The
to
whole
want to
House of
talk
Reps
about
is just a
this.
charade. It's just a charade. Let it look as if they are doing something. Nothing is going to come out
Yes,
like you
nothing
rightly
is going
said.
to come out.
No, but at the end of the day, if there's anybody they want to punish, I think it's going to be
Yes.
VDM.
But let's see what happened. Thank you so much for joining. And the viewers, drop
you,
your
my brother.
comments on this video and tell us what you think. If they're going to be using VDM as a scapegoat on this issue, and then we're asking the Falanas, please, to drop every charges they've levied on VDM. And we're also asking the House of Assembly to, on Monday, to kindly ensure that Bobrisky appear before them on Monday, so proper investigation and questioning will be done on Monday. Thank you so much, viewers, for staying tuned, and we'll come back to deliberate more on this issue, and I'll be inviting more guests. And if you have any question, you can drop on the WhatsApp number, and if you have anything you want to discuss and contribute to this video, drop it on the comment section. I see you live again. Peace up.